Okay, after reading your identifying constellations, we are looking for the main idea. You were told to underline the main idea in supporting details in your closed reading. So let's take a look at paragraph number 1. The main idea, what you should have had underlined, is these shapes called constellation helped ancient people make sense of the sky. So let's look for some supporting details that support that main idea. So let's look up here. One way that ancient culture made sense of the stars was by grouping them into recognizable shapes. That is a supporting detail. These shapes were based on elements of everyday life. Another supporting detail. Also, animals such as birds and bears and people and hunters. Also a supporting detail of the main idea that these shapes helped ancient people make sense of the sky. And the final one is mythics and heroes and monsters is another thing that they made those constellations. So, and then the last one is to gave rise to some amazing stories. All of those details support the main idea that ancient people made sense of the sky by grouping things into what we call constellations. Good job. So now let's look at our graphic organizer for our short response, and it states, what is the main idea of paragraph 1? Well, we already have that over here. It's ancient people grouped stars into constellations oops, spelled out wrong. Constellations to make sense of the sky. Excellent. So now let's look at some key details that are going to support that. So we can go back and look on page 12 what we circled. And one key detail that we can come up with is some constellations are based on objects and creatures of everyday life. So we can put that right here. Some are based on everyday life. And you could add some examples there if you wanted to. Another key detail is some constellations are based on mythic heroes and monsters. So based on mythic heroes and monsters. And finally, people made stories based on these constellations. So let's put that in our final one. Excellent. So that graphic organizer should help you get started on your short answer question. So let's take a look at your short answer question. What is the main idea of paragraph 1? How do the key details support the main idea? Use the space provided on page 16 to write your answer. You guys are just going to type your answer into Google Documents. Include the name of the passage. And remember, you're writing only about paragraph 1. So you got to remember that. You're writing just about this, not the rest of the article. And you need to include the name of the article identifying constellation in your paragraph. So here's an example of what you could use to start your paragraph off. identifying quotation marks always because it's the name of an article. Constellations. So that's the beginning of your sentence for your paragraph. The main idea for paragraph 1 is, and then you can just use your graphic organizer to fill in the rest of your paragraph. Make sure you use transition words. Thank you.